was born in 1967, and so I grew up in the 70s. So I'm not racist. However, that was a very racist decade. People said racist things all the time, and nobody got offended. The only time somebody got offended if you said something racist in the 70s is when they would then say, like, hey, you interrupted me. I was saying something racist. Why did you?
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Why? It says press.
So you press the thing because it says press? You would not have survived the camps.
What? It's...
Dude.
It says press.
Go ahead.
Why would they make it say press?
Press the arc button. Enjoy.
Nigger.
Whoa.
My kids are like Israel and Palestine. And I'm like America. The little one's like Palestine because she always gets screwed. She gets the worst deals. She's like, she threw a rock at my face. I'm like, you're fine. Here's a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because there was a black guy walking behind him. We had a town child molester. His name was Jean-Baptiste. It's a true story. And he liked teenage boys. That's when you would find out, because I was a teenage boy. He didn't like me. I felt a little bad.
I have this friend, he has a phone that can IM, he can instant message, and so now I really want him to die, because I'm sick of getting these fucking messages from him on his phone. I'm in a shoe store. That's the whole message. We're not secret agents. I don't need to know where you are.
You know, kids are mean, and it's because they're trying it out. They look at a kid and they go, you're fat. And then they see the kid's face scrunch up and they go, ooh, that doesn't feel good to make a person do that. Right. But they got to start with doing the mean thing. But when they write you're fat, then they just go, that was fun. I like that.
You're the only person we could find who would come here to defend masturbation.
Well, I like it. It's easy and it's fun and nobody gets hurt.
The Bible teaches us that lust in your heart is a sin when acted upon outside the context of marriage.
Well, I'm not married, so anything I do is outside of that context.
So I get this message from him. He says, I'm on an airplane in Seattle. So I wrote back and I said, well, I hope your plane crashes. And he gets pissed off and he calls me, take it back. We're about to take off. I'm like, fuck you. I hope it crashes. I don't have to take it back.
Don't be a musician. That's a stupid thing to do for a living. But if it doesn't work out the way you wanted, you can look at these. You've got these guys here.
And he tries to make, he goes, well, how are you going to feel now if my plane crashes after you went and said that? I'm like, are you shitting me? That would be amazing. To know that I can do that? I'd happily trade your life for knowledge of my powers.
Enjoy each other under his loving gaze.
When you mean that God watches married people have sex?
Well, God watches over everything.
So we're like porn for God. He watches us, and then he probably masturbates.
Have you ever tried?
Tried not to masturbate?
Yes.
Well, sometimes I won't do it for like a week, but that's just so that when I do it again, it'll be way better.
I'm thinking of buying a goat. Because I want to have a trash can that I can make love to. I can do that with a trash can I have now, but a goat has a vagina. That makes it a lot better.
Hey, what would you do if you had a time machine? Like, fuck you. I don't... You know what? I wouldn't use it. I just let it sit in my house. I'd put a drink on it, and yeah, I got a time machine. I never even wanted it. I don't know. I'm not interested. I'd use it to go back 30 minutes ago and punch you in the fucking face before you asked me that. That's all. One use.
I'm a good citizen, I'm a good father, I recycle, and I masturbate. And I'm proud of it. And God's happy. And later I'm going to masturbate and I'm going to think about you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
So he said if he had a time machine, he would kill Hitler. Like, he would go back and kill Hitler. I love that he thinks he can just kill Hitler just because he just goes back there and walk up and kill the dude. And I was thinking, that's a noble purpose for a time machine. I would do that, but I would have gone back then, but I wouldn't have killed Hitler. I would have raped him. That's what I thought. Because I think that would have been enough. I think that would have stopped him from doing all that shit. If he had been raped by me, he never would have pulled any of that stuff, man.
I got to get the phone and write hi to like 50 people. And then, you know, somebody cool writes back, and then somebody not as cool writes after, and I'm like, f you, I'm not going to...
I'm not condoning rape, obviously. You should never rape anyone. Unless you have a reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you, in which case, what other option do you have? How else do you supposed to have an orgasm in their body if you don't rape them. I mean, what the fuck? I had to flush my daughter's fish down the toilet. I came home, the fish was dead. She wasn't home from school yet, so I just flushed the fish. And then my daughter comes home. Why did he die, Dad? Come on, what am I gonna say? Why did he die? Because who gives a shit? That's the reason. That's the actual reason. Is because it didn't matter that he was alive. That's why he's dead. He didn't know his name and he didn't love you back. These are the facts about that fish's life. Children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. I'm not saying don't get married. If you meet somebody, fall in love and get married, and then get divorced, because that's the best part. It's the best part. Marriage is just like a larva stage for true happiness, which is divorce, because you just let go and everything's fine now. Divorce is forever. I took both my kids to the aquarium in Boston, and we were looking at this seal or sea lion. I don't know which one. I don't care. I don't think they need to be separate things. I really don't. They don't care, and we don't care. There's like 3 scientists who give a shit what we call all those things. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. Nobody's watching your kids' videos on Facebook, I promise you. I'll prove it to you. Next time you tape your kids dance, take 1 second of it, and then add 20 minutes of just your own asshole. Just go in the bathroom and just record your own anus opening and closing for 20 minutes.
Gravity was fucked
smoking.
up. Gravity.
That didn't freak you out a little bit?
Well, 3D IMAX High. Like, you know how they have those logos?
Yeah.
It should say, like, 3D IMAX High is the best way to see a movie like Gravity.
Yeah.
I didn't otherwise I didn't like the performances.
Right.
I didn't know why these are the people
that were in the
who
movie
are being called the astronauts.
Right. Yeah.
It's 2 people, and you could have gotten anybody.
They should have just had
it wouldn't have been these 2, terrific, made great contributions to theater of the screen.
Yes, of course.
But why fill their faces with chemicals to make sure they look like astronauts? I mean, you could get. There's so many people.
Right.
And also the idea that she's like a reluctant astronaut. There's no such thing as like someone's like, oh, I mean, the other thing didn't work out, so I'm an astronaut.
Yeah.
And
so
I hate
astronaut
space.
was something to fall back on.
Yeah, I'm so stressed out when I'm in space.
Like a trade.
Yes. This is what would happen if you're like, whatever, she's some scientist. Mm-hmm. You go to NASA, if you got a interview.
Yeah.
Okay, you be her, okay?
All right.
And I'm going to ask you about how you feel about the program and sound a little hesitant.
Okay.
Okay, so how are you excited to try out to be an astronaut? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of my office. There's the greatest people alive do this.
Right.
Everybody wants that gig.
And it's their dream from the second they left the womb.
Right.
All they want to do is go into space.
They never give up on being an astronaut.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're obsessed with being an astronaut and you are the best at everything that you do, you're still going to wash out and not get to space.
Right. Yeah.
And yet this fucking like, ugh. And I get vertigo. No, you don't. Fuck you. And I don't know, whatever.
And then,
but when you're that fucking stoned, and you're in the picture and you're going inside of the helmet, looking at the world from inside the helmet, it's pretty cool.
Not a freak out though. You're not a freak out pot guy where it's like, this is like fucking
freaking me out.
No, because they don't know I'm watching them, so they're not interacting with me. If I interact with human beings who are looking at me, I don't
freak out
like
a little bit.
That would be the thing.
Yeah.
The vastness of space thing would get me a little.
No, I could fall right into that.
Yeah. Okay.
Except for I was getting also irritated by the lack of truth with the physics, because they had an opportunity to teach people physics.
You're right. Where did they fail?
Were they really off? There was a couple of times where they said they were off, like when they were holding each other's fingers. They said all she would have had to do in real life was just pull back gently, and he would have come right back.
That's right. There's the whole, basically the entire crux of the drama of the movie was a giant fuck you to physics. The idea that she's holding him and there's some force pulling him more and more, like an increasing force from what? There's nothing. There's
centrifugal force, was it?
No, I don't think so.
Were they spinning?
Nope.
No, they weren't.
Oh,
they weren't
then
spinning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, although if she pulled like
a
that,
teeny bit, he would have come right back.
But and also, when
she would have gone forward too.
When she's spinning, and she's going, oh God, close your fucking eyes, close them. You're not feeling it. You're not feeling yourself spin. Close your eyes.
Yeah,
that's all you would have to do.
Because the Earth is doing this.
It's all relative.
Close your eyes,
like
for
the Earth. So
60 seconds.
Yeah,
she wouldn't even have to be reminded. But even, honey, close your eyes. All right. Okay, good. I'm good.
Everything's fine now.
I'm good.
That's a good point. But I wouldn't have thought of that if I was spinning away into nothingness either. She probably just forgot.
She forgot.
Yeah, no, she's clumsy and forgetful.
Hesitant.
She's like Lucy.
When George asked her where she's from, like when they know all that, that took me out of the movie. I'm like, they would know all that before they went up there, right? But so tell me about you. Where are you
they
from?
Would know everything about
every
each
detail.
other.
What did they talk about during the training? He just kept saying your cunt stinks a lot. That's all he talked about in the training. Is how her
that was the first 1,000 things he said. 1,001 was where you from.
Yeah,
where
do you have any kids ever fall out of that dump?
Yeah, and guess what? If you have like a background that's edgy, like your son died,
right?
We're not putting you in space,
right?
That's going to come up.
That could be a problem.
Yeah,
going to come
We're going to bum everybody out with that shit.
Right?
Yeah. We don't need you up there all of a sudden waxing fantastic about your kid,
worthless,
fucking things up.
No,
well,
billions of dollars that shit costs up there.
They
need boring, steel, fucking nerved people.
Right. You ever watch some of those guys on camera when they're having the spacewalk? Like they got to replace that giant cooling unit that's the size of a refrigerator. Their dialogue back and forth is just the most
mundane,
technical, dull, fucking. The bolt is out.
Right.
Well, like if you ever listen to black box recordings to fall asleep. Have you ever jack off to black box recordings?
Yes. Yeah, voice recording.
Yes, they have some on YouTube. And
I've
stuff.
seen. I've actually was listening to some of those just last week.
Yeah,
I swear. They're fucking tragic.
The pilots, even in the worst conditions, are steel until the very last second.
Yeah, then you got
okay, we're going to try this. We're going to try this. This didn't work. This didn't work. The wing came off. We're going down. We're 50 yards from the ground. That's the last sound. It's like,
it is the last.
But they're not
right
panicking.
Before they're like, we'll try this. We'll try this.
Yeah.
That's what all pilots are like. And people in space are like the 0.00001% best of those people.
Right.
That's so
crazy.
That's exactly what it was.
That guy Sully who landed the plane on the Hudson, steel nerves, he would have washed out. He would have never made it.
Never would have made it to space.
No.
Something fucked up there. He would have been fucked. But meanwhile, in the plane, we're not going to make it. We're in the river.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
That's literally what he said.
Right.
Well.
His movies are not about human
He's not
beings,
a humanist.
they're about ideas.
Yes.
Even Barry Lyndon, which is named after a guy, it's not about Barry Lyndon. It's a strange movie about human failure and the loserdom and like the loathsomeness of human beings.
So the moon landing is just they show the fucking footage of Neil touching down, which didn't happen. They never landed on the moon. And then they cut to Cronkite.
What's his name? That was your boy. That was Kubrick, dude. He did the moon landing.
Kubrick did it.
Yeah.
That's why they gave him all the lenses. Yeah. Use the lenses for Barry Lyndon. It's true. Barry Lyndon is a great movie by Stanley Kubrick, and it takes place in like the 1600s, and he wanted it to look like that, so he used no electric lights. But he needed lenses that drink a huge amount of light, and he got NASA to give him moon lenses.
So he did do the moon landing.
Yes, nobody's ever been on the moon. Nobody's ever been on the moon. 100%.
And you see there's some clues in The Shining.
Huh?
There's clues that
about
he
the
did
moon.
it. Yeah.
I don't believe this. I think they went to.
It's what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, you can watch every Kubrick movie has these dialogues, like in Barry Lyndon. You know, Mr. Lyndon, he has fired his shot. Do you want to fire your shot? Yes. It's just like that.
Is your pistol cocked, Mr. Linden? Yes.
Does every movie have to be like a statement of the collective? Like, here's what we've all learned about life. A movie from someone who's myopic or shallow or backwards is more interesting. I don't want to watch anything by somebody who's kind of like caught up on, you know, where shit's at right now. That's nowhere. He took his incredible skills to a very strange place in the human brain.
You know what's amazing to me? You can name your kid anything you want. Isn't that incredible? There are no laws. There should be a couple of laws. None. You can literally name your kid anything. You can name your kid a name with no vowels if you want, like Singleton. Just 40 F's, that's his name. Go clean your room. I'd like to name my kid a whole phrase, you know, something like ladies and gentlemen. That would be a cool name for a kid. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Then when he gets out of hand, I get to go, ladies and gentlemen, please! But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name, they take it, they go Louie Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids. Any name, what's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that. My daughter is really something else, man. She runs the house. She runs the whole house. She decides everything. Like we were playing hide and seek the other day. We play hide and seek, and we play by her rules that she invented. And do you know why? Because she sucks at hide and seek. And so she covers it with this fucking ruse to level the playing field. And I gotta fucking pretend it's all that she's great. No, it's bullshit. Like, we're playing... Oh, fucking... I know she's a kid, but fucking listen. When it's my turn to hide, she tells me where to hide. She tells me where. She goes, hide in the closet, Papa, but you're gonna know where I... Hide in the closet! All right, fuck, I'll hide in the closet. Good, fine. Now I'm standing in the closet like an asshole. She comes in, I found you. She's like shitty about it, like, I found you. And I'm like, wow. How did you figure out where you told me to fucking hide? And then when she hides, this is her hiding. She goes over to a wall and does this. She goes, that's it. There's nothing here. What the fuck is this? Like this is some ninja invisibility crouch. And I gotta act like an idiot. I can't just walk in and go, yeah, you're there. Because she'll cry and shit her pants, right? So I gotta walk around like an asshole. Where is she? I have no idea. Where could she be? I'm making eye contact. I don't see her. It's amazing to me. The other day we're playing, this is how things have gotten in my house, okay? Here's a very good example of where it's gone. We're playing a version of hide and seek where my wife and I have to decide together where to look. She likes that. She's like, Mama, you tell Papa where to look. Okay, well, fine. So she's over there hiding like this, just in plain sight. And my wife and I, my wife's like, why don't you look under the bed? I'm like, okay. She's not there. And then she says, why don't you look in the linen closet? Okay, so I open the closet. She goes, that's not the linen closet. We don't put that in there anymore. All right, fucking Jesus. All right, I'll look in. So I look at it. Why would she be in that closet? It has shelves. She can't stand in a shelf. Well, maybe she's crawled in a shelf. Now we're having a fight about where to look for this fucking kid who's standing right there. She totally runs the house. I remember Halloween last year, a couple of days before Halloween, my wife comes up to me and she's like, "We have to get you a cat costume." No, we don't, actually. No, we do, because she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know. It's like she's a guy with a gun in the other room. That's what it's like. She's like, she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know how she got it in her head, but she's expecting to be a cat on Halloween. I was like, well, tell her to go fuck herself, because I'm not doing it. I'm not afraid of her. She's 2. I'll fucking fight her. I could take her. I could beat the shit out of thousands of 2-year-olds all day, just walk around. They would never even gang up on me. They suck. I'm not afraid of her. So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. Why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it. I'm like, I don't want another kid, so fuck it. And she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And I'm like, okay. No, it's great. Fuck it. That's really the attitude that keeps a family together. It's not we love each other. It's fuck it, man. Fuck it. Another kid. Fuck it. Why not? Let them all in. Good. Fuck it. Here's the thing. I never judge other parents now. I never do. I used to, but I never do. When you see a mother in McDonald's or someplace or in a toy store and she's just melting down on her kid, she's like, shut up. I hate you. You're ugly. And people are standing around going, oh my goodness, she's a horrible mother. Well, guess what? Those people aren't fucking parents. They don't have kids. Because any parents who are in that store are thinking, what did that shitty kid do to that poor woman? That poor woman. I wish I could help. Because you don't know, man. You don't know. Or when you see a parent that seems to be negligent. You see a parent in McDonald's with the kid, and the parent's like, I can't take this shit anymore, and just collapsed, and all the shopping bags are just strewn everywhere. And the kid's happy. The kid's eating French fries. And the kid asks a question like, Mama, why is the sky blue? And she's like, just shut up and eat your French fries. And you think, what a terrible mother. Why doesn't she answer her child? When I have a child, I will answer all of their questions and open their minds to the wonders of the world. Well, guess what? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't answer a kid's question. They don't accept any answer. A kid never goes, oh, thanks, I get it. They fucking never say that. They just keep coming. More questions. Why? Till you don't even know who the fuck you are anymore at the end of the conversation. It's an insane deconstruction. It's amazing. This is my daughter the other day. She's like, Papa, why can't we go outside? Well, because it's raining. Why? Well, water's coming out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Well, clouds form when there's vapor. Why? I don't know. I don't know any more things. Those are all the things I know. Why? Because I'm stupid, okay? I'm stupid. Why? Well, because I didn't pay attention in school, okay? I went to school, but I didn't listen in class. Why? Because I was high all the time. I smoked too much pot. Why? Because my parents gave me no guidance. They didn't give a shit. Why? Because they fucked in a car and had me, and they resented me for taking their youth. Why? Because they had bad morals. They just had no compass. Why? Because they had shitty parents. It just keeps going like that. Why? Because fuck it, we're alone in the universe. Nobody gives a shit about us. I'm going to stop here to be polite to you for a second. But this goes on for hours and hours, and it gets so weird and abstract at the end. It's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Well, because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing wouldn't be. You can't have fucking nothing isn't. Everything is. Why? Because if nothing wasn't, there'd be fucking all kinds of shit that we don't like, giant ants with top hats dancing around. There's no room for all that shit. Why? I'll fuck you. Eat your French fries, you little shit. God damn it. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. Thank you.
Program from Rookie Blue, Missy Peregrine is with us. She's from Canada. She promised to bring me some cheap blood pressure medication, so we'll enjoy that together. And then with music from their self-titled debut album, Steel Magnolia, from the Bud Light stage. Tomorrow night we'll be joined by Jason Bateman from the Cincinnati Bengals, Dahani Jones, and comedian Hannibal Buress. And later this week, Shia LaBeouf. Kevin Nealon will be here, Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, Dave Salmoni and his Terrifying Animals, and we'll have music from Parachute and 311. So join us for our first guest tonight is one of the funniest men around with an exceptionally funny show. The show is called Louie. You can watch it Thursdays at 10:30 on FX. Please say hello to Louis C.K. Very good to see you.
Hi, it's nice to see you. Really good.
It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a long time.
It has been a long time. You're a much thinner fellow than you were before.
Don't get used to it.
No?
Now you live in New York.
Yes.
You've got 2 little girls.
Yeah, 2 kids.
Do they come on trips with you when you do this sort of thing?
I would not do that to them. No, they're at home with their mom, sleeping right now.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you know where your kids are now. Didn't used to know where your kids. You know what I mean? Like when we were kids, did your parents know where you were?
Never.
No. No idea.
Even that thing on the news that said, it's 10 o'clock, do you know where your kids are?
Nope.
The answer was no.
No idea. Now there's a kind of a custody, chain of custody that's never broken, you know? You just can account for every second of your kids' lives.
Yeah.
You go on play dates and it's an arranged thing. And they go, you drop them off, and you wait. You know, you take them to soccer games. And it's empowering, yay! And then you take them home. It's all very arranged.
You're right. It is more. I wonder why that is.
Well, the people that like to have throw kids in the garbage and stuff like that. Hit them and break their bones. But anyway, that's not important right now. But
because when we were kids, it wasn't like that.
Oh no, those people were around. They weren't on stage. There was no Nancy Grace. So now there's somebody there to remind you of it a lot. So folks watch their kids more. I mean, it's not a new thing.
When you were a kid, you'd just be running. You'd run around the neighborhood, right?
Well, my kids go on play dates, and I know I have a relationship with the parents. I know who the kids are. They've been to my house. I've been to their house. I was just a kid walking around town. I was like 8 years old, younger than my daughter, and I was just this kid, just walking around, just a dude in town. And I would go to Greg's house, my friend Greg, and my mother never met Greg. No idea who he is. Certainly never met his dad or whoever the dude was. I don't know who it was. When I went to Greg's house, I'd knock on the door, and this guy would come, and he always wearing, like, I don't know, some kind of weird top that looked a little womany. And Hanes, he always had a Snoopy glass with gin in it. And just Hanes briefs that were fighting with, and then there was always a little brown spot on the front. Yes. So I was 7 years old contemplating, does this guy poop out of his penis? Like what? Those are the kind of things that I had to think about.
That's Greg's dad for you.
Yes.
You didn't have, were you a bad kid?
I wasn't a bad kid, but I got in trouble because I just was alone and I just, I got into stealing tampons at one point.
For profit?
No, I didn't make a dime. I didn't make a dime.
Well, how would this work? I hesitate to ask, but how would this work?
No, I was 8 years old, and I just went into a CVS one day because I just roamed store aisles, and I was looking at the tampons, and I was sort of staring at them with this. I knew there was something dirty about them. I didn't know what they were. Staring, and I picked one up. I got the gall to pick one up, and I'm looking at this box of tampons, and someone came around the corner, so I put it in my jacket, and now I have stolen them.
Yeah.
Because if I take them out, someone saw that I had them in my jacket. In my head, I'm like, that's it. They're in there. I can't. So I left, and I had sweat on my face. And I just went home, and I threw them under my bed, and I'm eating dinner. Like, everybody knows I have tampons under my bed. And so it was a terrible, stressful experience, which I then repeated every day. 2 months, I'd go back and I'd just do the whole cycle. I just kept doing it. No, I never got caught. I mean, they probably saw me, but the guy's like, I'm not confronting the kid who takes the tampons. I'll pay for them out of my check before I live that moment. I'm not asking that little pervert what he's doing with those.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that boy.
Something's really wrong with him.
And how did it end?
Well, they kept going under my bed, and I just tried not to think about him. And then one day I looked, and they were just gone. They just were gone, and my mom never said anything. She must have been cleaning up, and she was like, what is this? It's crazy.
Wow, that's...
I don't know, maybe she used them for like 10 years. I don't know. I mean, would she throw them away?
You might as well. In those days, you don't waste.
Maybe I contributed to the family a little bit, you know? Maybe I kept my mom in cheap tampons for a few years. I don't know.
Are your kids unusual like that? Or,
no.
Are you, as the weird father, are you a weird father to them?
No,
or?
I mean, I've tried to make up for it. But it's a little too late. Like, I think I had kids a little too late and a little too fat in life. You know, you gotta.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you should be a young, healthy dad. You should be a 26-year-old father in a tight T-shirt going, "Whoa, I'm gonna get you!" You know, one of those guys. That's what kids have coming. And I'm not that.
You don't do that.
No, I take them to the park and I just run them like dogs. You got 20 minutes. I just watch them run. I stand there breathing like Tony Soprano and watching them run. And Daddy, chase us. If someone grabs you, maybe I'll chase them. But otherwise, grow up sad. And there's just, I have a lot of physical limitations that keep me from being a good dad. Like, I'm always in a 48-hour window of diarrhea. That either I'll be having or have had diarrhea within 48 hours. Somewhere I'm on the timeline of my life, and the diarrhea. And depending on where I am in that window dictates how far from my house I'm willing to venture.
I see.
How far radius.
Yeah, right. You're
otherwise,
tethered,
yes. It's like having an ankle bracelet in a different kind of way. Because otherwise, I'm having diarrhea in a public restroom with my kids standing there watching me because they're little. I can't leave them out by themselves. So they're standing there. Daddy, I don't want to. Sorry, honey, you want to go to the aquarium, this is what happens. I said, let's go to get the newspaper and come home, but you wanted to get fancy, so you get to watch me pee out of my ass for 2 hours.
Well, it's fun with the kids. The memories
about it, yeah.
Now, do they know? Do they understand like that you're a comedian? Do they know this? Is this a concept that they're familiar with?
They know that Daddy tells jokes, and they don't get the business though. You know, like they don't get
who does
business.
Really?
No, who does? But like I had a weird conversation with my 9-year-old. We were driving on the highway. The 6-year-old was there too, but she was just, you know, sapping resources. She wasn't really contributing to the conversation. We passed by a cruise ship, and I said, hey, girls, the cool thing about having kids is that you get to tell them what everything is. You get to be the person that reports the whole planet to them.
You're
for the
their
first
tour
time.
guide for their life.
For life, exactly. That's a cruise ship. It's a massive boat. There's swimming pools and discos or whatever they have, you know. So they got excited by the idea of a cruise ship, and I said, some comedians do shows on cruise ships. And they said, do you do that? And I was like, no. Here's the thing. Comedians have a mean hatred of cruise ship comics.
Yeah.
It's just a mean prejudice. We call them boat acts. It's just mean. It's boat act. because they pander. We just think they're crap, and it's just something you just feel. It's like being born racist. You just believe it. You don't question it. It's just a thing in you.
You might not even know, but
yeah. So my daughter's like, "Have you ever worked on a cruise ship?" I'm like, "No." And she says, "Why not? Why wouldn't you want to be on a boat?" And I'm like, "Well, that's a different kind of comic." She says, "Well, what's the different about him?" "Well, a cruise ship comic just tries to please everybody." And she's like, "Why wouldn't you want to do that? Of course, isn't that what you want to do?" "Yes, but I see some things I say on stage might upset some people." "Why would you upset people? That's a terrible thing to do." So,
you know what? There might be some clarity there. I don't know.
It is.
You might want to rethink this.
I might
cruise
try the
thing.
cruise ships. Yeah.
Well, by the way, first of all, I want to say the show is terrific. It's very funny, and I know. We're going to take a quick break here. Okay. We'll come back and talk about Louis. Louis airs Thursday nights, 10:30 on FX. Louis C.K. We're right back.
Can I help you? Yeah, I need condoms, sexual lubricant, Vagittine, and blueberries. Lubricant out 7, Vagittine out 3, next to the tampons, condoms behind the counter. They ain't got no blueberries.
Thank you. That's Louis C.K.'s show. Louis. It's on FX every Thursday night. By the way, the show is, not only is it very funny, but the directing is great. I know you direct the show, too.
I do, yes.
It looks great. It looks like a movie out of the 70s.
Thank you. That's
You must
perfect.
be very pleased with the whole thing.
I am. I love it. I really, the movie out of the 70s is perfect. That's what I grew up loving and watching.
How is the how is the second season different from the first season? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I when I get bored of something, I just stop doing it, So I didn't keep a lot of the same stuff. Like, we moved to a new apartment. It's a whole other, but there's no scene where it happened. I just stopped being in that one and started another one. Last year, I had one very constant character. It was my brother, played by Bobby Kelly. He was a really funny guy, and he did such a good job. And this year, I just didn't feel like it, so he's gone. He's just gone. He's gone. I didn't kill him in an episode. It's like he never existed.
But the great thing for him is in a way like Lost, where he could possibly come back.
Yeah,
right?
he might. I guess I'd have to have a good idea. I didn't have any ideas for him, so I just stopped this. He's not in the reality of the show anymore, like he never was. So now I have 2 sisters,
right?
And one of them, and none of this reflects my life. The show's all fiction, but the first episode this season introduces my sister.
Yes.
It's this character, and it's a big introduction. And it's the last thing we shot, because I came up with it like right before we wrapped. So she's just gone. She just doesn't come. There's a whole thing where she comes, and I love her. Gone. Never see her again.
Really?
Yes, and my neighbor comes and helps me, and he's a really nice guy, and the last thing he says is, "Remember who your neighbors are." And I go, "Yes, I would." And he's gone too.
Really? He's gone. It seemed like you were going to then have a neighborly, friendly relationship.
You'll never see him again. No, and last year I had this woman play my mother, and she was this crazy, horrible woman. My mother's a really nice person. So I just made up this terrible mother character played by this Mary Louise Wilson, really funny actor. And so we did the episode. And then later in the season, I wanted to do a flashback to my real mother, who's really nice. So I did that too. And so everybody was very confused. These characters are so insanely different. And the woman who played my mother as a young woman is a woman I date in another episode as just a whole other person. Because she was good at both parts. So I just don't care.
It's an ensemble cast.
Well, every episode just has its own goal. And if it messes up the goal of another episode, I don't give a shit. I just don't care.
I like that. You're very fickle, and the hell with it.
That's
and
right.
You know what? If any of
you don't
these
like
actors,
it, fire me.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a very Darwinist system television.
No one should get too comfortable with anything.
No, man.
Not
if
the
it
actors
stinks,
on
I'm
set,
gone.
and
No.
not the viewers at home.
That's right.
Louis C.K., everybody.
Hey, here's some interesting news about the Jew thing.
Hey,
I do know where the term kite came from, by the way.
Ah, derogatory term for Jewish people? Where did that come
I do know where that came from.
Where?
It is when people used to come over on the, in the ships on Ellis Island, a lot of people couldn't write English. So they used to make their mark, and the Jew's mark was a circle. And the circle is called keikel. So that's what they would just shorten it to kike. The guys coming in and say, "Here's another kike." Once they seen the circle
You know where nigger came from originally? There was some black guy being a nigger, so they called him a nigger.
Jesus.
He was being a real nigger, and somebody said, "What a nigger," and that's where it started.
It just was nigger was a feeling.
Yeah.
He's just like this. Look at him. Just
Yeah, it wasn't some wordplay.
Just blurting out a sound, and it came out like that.
Just the guy was being such a nigger that it fucking made someone say the word.
Oh my God, man!
That's awful. What we're learning about derogatory terms and where they came from.
That's right.
Wow.
It's history. It's a really good history lesson.
I never knew that.
Let's say hi to Jesse. Jesse, what's up?
1967 film called 1999 AD.
Wow, that was the future.
Which is now what, 8 years ago?
Yep. Wow.
Which predicts online shopping, banking, and email.
No way.
1967, talking about the future.
Fingertip shopping will be one of the many homemaker's conveniences. This video console will be channeled into the store of her choice. There, a camera will scan a display of wares, which she will select by push button.
She won't have to deal with Negroes.
That's true, though.
That's
I mean what you said.
Another part of this console is a household monitor screen, which maintains a watch on critical areas in the house, swimming pool, or yard.
I like that.
That's what everybody had what the wife selects on her console will be paid for by the husband at his counterpart console. All bills and transactions will be carried out.
Can't trust her.
No.
That's great. She'll buy her feminine products, things to make black eyes go away.
Wow, man. The husband will pay for her
Will
stuff.
pay. Yeah, don't let her go crazy. See what happened? They even knew back then.
So part of the integrated system was that
1967.
There's a whole separate console for the husband.
For the husband
to watch over
that's
the
like
wife's
the pilot
purchases.
seat.
Oh my God!
And she's just in the co-pilot seat.
I want to hear the last part
You
again.
don't want her to, have say over what she can buy.
Hold on.
Areas in the house, swimming pool, or yard. What the wife selects on her console will be paid for by the husband at his counterpart console.
Oh my God.
All bills and transactions will be carried out electronically.
Electronically. That's funny. She could pick out her shit, and then the husband goes, no. All right, I'll let you have this. Fuck you.
Her console is like the little fake steering wheel that the kid pretends to drive.
Yes.
Not even hooked up.
Exactly, with a little fake rubber horn in the middle.
Give her a choice. You could either get breath mints or tampons.
Oh, damn, that's good.
Isn't that amazing? There's a little more.
1967.
67.
The future. 1967.
Sounds like it's from the 50s.
Yes.
Well, this is like the 50s or the...
This is the 40s.
40s, sure.
What the hell is this?
Apparently, music is not going to change at all.
Yes, it'll stay exactly the same.
Benny Goodman will still be a hit in the future.
Benny Goodman with his hit Umbrella, Ella.
This will be fantastic in the future. You can be at the office and look in at your wife at home, and we'll have a boxing glove on an accordion. And if you want to punch her in the face for not working, just press a button at work. Down she goes. See her stagger to her feet. Now she's learned a lesson.
Rich from Manhattan, is this part of the Carousel of Time in Disney? Please update that effing ride.
Yeah.
What's the Carousel of Time? I don't remember Carousel
that's
of Time.
at Disneyland. Spaceship Earth is the best.
Oh, yeah.
Communication. It started with papyrus. And they show all this stuff, and they're like present day one.
And now
is 20 years old. Yeah.
A typewriter.
Exactly. They show all this fiber optic stuff and these bloop, 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 spacey noises.
Everything will be buttons of different colors that flash and they're not even labeled.
It's wonderful. Yes. Flashing lights, fiber optic, and tapes that go back and forth for no apparent reason. Why is it still the 40s? You could at least put on some Jimi Hendrix. It was the 60s.
This is the go-to music, though.
Yes, right you are for this voice.
What?
And look around the neighborhood. You won't see any of them.
They're staying in the past.
Yes.
We're going to leave them here.
The future will be wonderful. Look around your neighborhood. Yes, your daughter Betsy can walk around in safety.
You had the iPhone. They had the rotary phone. Isn't the future great?
The future.
We have more audio from 1967.
A central bank computer will debit the family's account the amount of purchases and credit the department store for.
They were talking about online fucking banking in 1967?
Pretty much it.
Wow. They just thought it was video. That's all. They thought it was like video cameras pointing at.
Yeah, you'd have to actually look at something live.
They thought it was all video surveillance being integrated.
They couldn't figure out that you could do it a lot easier with just pictures.
Just capture a digital picture.
Yeah, GIFs. They didn't know.
What's going to be working?
What is that?
What's going to be working?
GIF
all these
is a great
cameras.
peanut butter.
Yeah,
that's all I know. Make a picture of it. You're talking silly.
What happened?
Won't be. That's true.
Come on, I wanted to hear the rest of that.
Purchases and credit the department store, for example. Informing the family's home computer at the same time. Father, at the touch of a button, receives an instantaneous printed copy of his budget, the amount of taxes he owes, the payments left on the car, and so forth. All
And what that pesky cunt spent on clothes.
Oh, I love the fact that just Dumbbell does some shopping while the man figures out the finance.
Guys got to figure everything out while stupid's just pressing buttons because the pretty dresses were pretty colors.
Exactly.
My wife has an old magazine, a really old magazine, and there's an ad for some kind of silk sheets, like some designer sheets.
Yeah.
And the ad is a cartoon of a woman sitting in bed, a really fancily. And the point of the ad is, how are you going to explain to your husband that you bought this? That so he won't be mad. And they show a guy walking in the bedroom with a briefcase, and he looks really mad.
Pissed.
And she has this sheepish smile, and they give her bullet points. Here's
How
the
about
things
a blowjob?
Here's the things to say to him so he won't beat you, basically. Like, these are cheaper than other brands. These will last a long time.
If you could get it out of your mouth before he cracks you in it.
Exactly. That's what it looks like.
Darker-skinned men will slide off it as opposed to being able to violate me.
And you know his breath just smells like fucking whiskey and martinis.
Right.
A cigarette.
He's all drunk.
15 drinks on the fucking Metro line train.
A little observation. We're trying to find that, and so far we got how to turn a person in bed.
Be doing that.
All right.
Car, and so forth. All documents and household records are available on the video screen for immediate reference. Also at his disposal is an electronic correspondence machine, or home post office, which allows for instant written communication between individuals anywhere in the world.
That'll never happen.
Wow.
To maintain these and hundreds of complex electronic circuits, a monitor checks all circuits every few seconds, inserts a backup circuit if and when trouble develops, and alerts the communal service agency for replacement.
The music gets scary there.
Yeah, the server was like fucking up.
My mother's a computer programmer, and they installed a new machine called a Sun machine, like this really huge machine that they had to put their software on. So they put it in their office and plugged it in, and then 2 days later there was a guy from UPS saying he had a part for the machine, and nobody ordered it.
Oh, shit.
And it turns out the machine ran a self-diagnosis.
Oh, my God.
Found a faulty part, got into their system, and ordered it through UPS.
Cyberdyne.
It summoned the piece to itself, paid for it out of their accounts.
It's becoming aware. It's becoming aware.
Fucking crazy.
Wow. That's fucked up.
They unplugged it, and they're like, we're not...
fucking machines ordering shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that is too fucked up.
Fucking, whatever, there's like a Everybody Loves Raymond box set.
Yeah, it starts ordering shit. They're like, no, I needed it.
Pizzas, coming to the door. That's pretty cool. All right, listen, we got to take a break. We got Stephen Lynch in the studio. Go to his MySpace page because he's got tour dates all over the country. Same with Louis C.K.
Orlando this Friday. Hard Rock.
Do you know what I wanted to say that the computer ordered, but I just didn't have the guts?
What?
A freshener for your mother's chair because your cunt stinks.
But you didn't have the
for
guts.
my mother's chair.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy!
But he didn't have the guts.
It's the first thing it ordered. It's the first thing it ordered. I don't have a sense of smell, but that woman's cunt is disgusting.
Too bad
that does not compute.
Too bad you weren't brave enough to say it, though.
No, I would never disrespect Will Smith.
Yeah, no.
Next day delivery. I can't take another day of this.
God damn, Jim. I just see him giggling over there, and I wonder what he's got in his head, and it's that.
Couldn't fire it out fast enough.
I'm racist in one way, which is my dick is racist. I'm sexually racist.
Are you?
That don't sound. See, you might be fucking gay because that doesn't even sound right. Men are not racist against pussy. Like I'll fuck a Chinese bitch if she's wants to.
Yeah,
pull it
but
out.
that's the thing with me. I'm the opposite. I have black friends, Asian friends. I don't see differences in that way, but the way people are. But black women, I don't get
not
hard.
attracted.
Don't get hard
to black women.
Asian women from behind are the sexiest women on the. They just have great asses and the long hair.
Really,
and they turn around and my dick just goes down. I cannot.
Louis is a sissy, and I just realized that just now. I cannot.
But every white woman in the world, I'll fuck her. But any black women, I just
Asian
don't.
women's asses are unbelievable. Let me
They're great.
How is that possible?
I like around.
They're usually a little. I've noticed they're usually a little.
A nice round.
Like flat
they look like CD cases. They're the #1 worst ass.
Well, it's also
You're thinking like the occasional. You're thinking like the occasional Lucy Liu ass or something like that.
Like that.
Like occasionally you'll get something.
Yeah.
What's the problem, Mars?
Oh,
that's the problem.
Okay. Oh, it was on.
Mars basically is saying what everyone's thinking. Patrice doesn't need 2 microphones in front of him. Mars had to come in and turn one of them off. Thank you, Mars.
I'm the same way though. I'm racist as far as.
No, I just can't be attracted to I don't know why, but I've never seen
only
a black woman that gave me a.
The only black woman I find attractive is like white-looking black women.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Like a white woman with a tan.
Ooh, ghetto black.
Oh, okay.
Ghetto black is where it's at.
Is it insecurity? Is it insecurity thinking that all black women like big giant dicks?
No, because I do have a kind of a big dick.
You're packing.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I have a nice dick and a pretty big dick.
Really?
I've been told by enough women that I believe it now.
So
I've been told by that, but it's not
Wait,
true.
Louis,
who
was playing you that day on Lucky Louie then?
What?
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, it was flaccid and it was afraid of the camera. But when it's hard, it's nice.
But it grows into something
I
nice.
can't help it. It's not something I have
A nice
it's something I have any control over.
A nice shape. But I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I only like mixed something. I don't like a full-blooded nothing anymore.
Right. I know what you mean.
Full-blooded anybody.
Your girl doesn't look full black.
My girls have something.
Yeah.
I'm attracted to have something.
Exactly. Have something.
Have something. A full Asian does nothing. Full white women.
I think
it's just I enjoy a
You need
mixture.
some conglomerated mongrel.
Yes, indeed.
I think it's what you grow up with, because all my fantasies were built when I was 10. I'm still going on those.
Yeah.
So fucking
age-wise too.
Blonde cheerleaders and older Jewish women. Still the 2 things I like the most.
Who else is racist?
That's who I
You
got
said you're
boners for
racist
when I was
against
10.
I am.
No,
but
not
you
at
could
all.
figure that. Yeah, there's certain like I don't like probably like Asian. I don't like really unless they're mixed with something. They got to be kind of Amerasian. Something like that.
I've met black women. I've met black women that I've flirted with and that I've really gotten like a crush on. But then I think about fucking them and then my dick won't get hard, and I can't control that.
What kind of fucking Nazi? That's awful.
I know. I'm sorry.
As far as black chick goes, maybe Francine.
I'm talking pussy.
Yeah, maybe Francine.
Not dating.
I'm
not
talking about
loving,
pussy too. I'm talking about pussy too.
But she's crazy.
There's not.
I wish
you
I
have to
could
cave her head in with a hammer when you're done.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of my dick.
I've jerked off. You don't jerk off to black porn?
No.
What? I've never looked at black porn.
You're a piece of
Inadvertently,
shit.
I've looked at black porn and gone like, her father must be so fucking upset.
Jesus. We're talking about a white girl with a black guy.
And what are
Two hands full of mouth and ass.
We're not talking about black dick. We're talking about black pussy.
Yeah, no, I am.
Yeah.
You're missing a lot.
Like no, when I'm like looking through
a chick
porn.
like that, a black chick. I'm not into like dark black chicks.
Where's
I
this
wouldn't
fucking
be.
fan at right now? Fan.
I don't know. They figured we're doing all the heavy lifting today.
Hey, fan,
we need you. Come on.
When I'm looking at porn and I see
brown and round.
Brown and round ain't gonna. You're gonna show me shit that might as well be 2 girls, 1 cup.
Dude, we did brown and round last time, didn't we?
No,
we did fat fucking.
MySweetFatty.com.
Oh, yeah.
A whole nother story.
All right.
Fatty. Today it's brown and round.
When I'm surfing porn.
Well, it's round and brown.
I agree.
Right, round and
right
round.
there, you
Damn.
wouldn't stick your fucking dick in that.
What the fuck? No.
Are you fucking kidding me, man?
No.
So here's the thing. I mean, I have been jerked off by black hookers.
Oh God damn! What the fuck
but
is that?
I closed my eyes and thought about
she's
white
pretty.
people.
Obama?
Yeah.
Or Clinton?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't know.
You can go either way on that one?
Well,
do you care?
I kind of do, yeah.
I would think you're more of a Democrat.
I am more of a Democrat, but I hate Democrats.
Why?
I'm very sort of holding my nose to vote guy because I fart in a voting booth. No, I don't know. Obama, I like Obama. I like him. I like listening to him. But really, I mean, it's so stupid because my arguments are totally shaped by the propaganda. Because I actually will be in the shower thinking, he's very charismatic, but does he have enough experience? And then I go, what am I saying that for? Somebody told me to say that.
Because you
I heard that on CNN,
somewhere.
and now I'm saying it in the shower. I'm a tool of the...
We're all
media.
But we're all like that. You read one political book and then you think you're an expert.
Yeah.
And you could get right on Meet the Press and discuss the issues.
Well,
because you just repeat crap you read in a book.
Yep.
It's not your opinions.
Hillary's a smart Democrat, but she's not likable in her personality. No, I can't take Hillary. She really makes me mad. I hate her. But I loved her husband. I really
Bill
enjoyed him.
Well, he'll be the first lady. That'll be fun. Are you scared?
White House.
Are you scared that this country might have a black president?
No, I'm not scared.
What are you laughing at? We've been discussing this for a while on this very program.
Yeah, this has been very...
I don't think it'll hurt anybody.
But you say no?
No, I'm not afraid.
That answer is false.
Wow, I'm learning something about myself. So what is there to be? Is there something to be afraid of?
Well, ask Anthony. Ask Anthony.
Well, it's not really afraid.
Do you think he'll actually go like, "All right, brothers"?
No,
go ahead and do whatever you want.
See, that's why it's making me look silly by saying this stuff, because everybody thinks I have this impression that he's going to take office. They're going to swear him in. The second he's sworn in, that hand's going to come off the Bible in a black power sign.
Yes, exactly.
And everyone's going to know. It's going to be one code word.
Yep. He's actually going to take the Bible and beat the
beat up the Chief Justice, and it's all hell will break loose. Pandemonium. I don't think that.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot of subtleties.
I do. I'm just not afraid of it. I'm just
you're welcome.
I got good locks on my door. I'm not worried.
Welcome it.
Yeah.
I just I think that the changes will be subtle. There'll be subtle changes based on the fact that a few things. Black people in general will now have to deal with the fact that they have the opportunity in this country to become president of the United States.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing right there. It's very hard to cry that you you're being held back when the leader of the country is in fact a black guy.
Right.
So that will affect things. I don't know how, but that'll affect things. The other thing is, a black guy in black guy in the White House. A lot of black people will be like, "Hey, our guy's in there now."
Yeah.
So now we're going to get what we're due. We're going to get what we're due. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Obama to, placate, to make concessions to the black community at large. And I think a Congress, especially if a Democratic Congress is in there, will give him a lot more than they've given stupid George Bush, old white guy, everything.
I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is that everyone's going to realize that he's just a guy, that it doesn't matter. I don't know that he'll be a good president. But I think black people will be disappointed that
you think
they didn't get a check in the mail for having a black person.
Well, that's another problem.
I'm with you on that.
Because that's what I was saying. There'll be this expectation from black people, and perhaps that won't come about. And
also, I don't know.
I just believe the system is in place that one guy can't make that many drastic changes to the way we live our lives in America.
Yeah. No, and it's like
I think those days are long gone. We used to have great leaders. That one guy that really did a lot and also changed this country. I just don't see that being possible in the year 2008.
I think also that there's something that happens to the president when he gets there. We've talked about it here.
Oh, right.
All right, hold on. I got to give you credit because we went down that road yesterday, and I forgot who told us where they give him the tour of the White House.
Yeah, and
scare the crap out of him.
Put him in a room and say, "Here's who really killed Kennedy."
They spill the beans.
We eat poor people. They're in the food or whatever it is.
Yeah,
and that the next day he's going to be like, "Okay, well, let's not be too hasty," But he's not even saying he's going to do. He's not even like a big. Like Ralph Nader is thinking of running because he thinks Obama's a wimp,
right?
And that Obama's just a status quo jerk. So that's he's not even like it's not Jesse Jackson. If Jesse Jackson was running, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Now there might be a problem, but you just see Obama
as activist and he's nuts and he would scare me because like he marches against barbershop.
But
because against movies, he's an idiot.
But see, you're making my point. You're making my point.
That it's going to be an insipid little changes.
That it's not so much because we know that the president himself really doesn't have this almighty power to do things like that.
Right.
But it's more, and I said this yesterday, it's more the symbolism of him in office that will make the impact of amongst black people than it is the reality of him in there.
So you're afraid of black people having a little bit of pride and hope?
No, they've had. They've had.
That's going to make them more dangerous.
Oh,
true.
Okay. Yeah. See,
I love going to make them a little more dangerous. Like
I love whenever I say, you have to put other words in my mouth.
Right. No, that's the fun part.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that there will be this expectation amongst black people. And I think Obama is going to, that stuff will be better.
Right.
Stuff's great. If he's the president, stuff is as good as it's going to effing get.
The easiest.
There hasn't been an Asian president yet. So why aren't the Asians, they're next in line to come up and say that they're the downtrodden and, the spat upon?
Because they're good at math and,
whatever other stereotype you could dredge up. It's just
I haven't seen a Asian drunk in a long time or a drug addict.
Oh, that's true.
That's all. But the easy way to make fun of you, the thing it sounds like, is that you're generally intimidated or afraid of black people. You're uncomfortable around them.
I am,
but it's balanced.
Patrice,
but it's I have, and I've seen how you look at them.
Yeah.
But there's a balance that you feel because in the big picture they're losing. Well, so when you're worried about getting gas in the middle of the night and there's some brothers listening to, the hip hop's coming from their car and that you look at them and they go, oh, God, and their guy's the president, too.
I see.
True.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, I can't win this game.
It's hard, right?
We've been going at it for a while. It makes for some fine radio.
It's our election commentary.
Yeah, sure.
It's great though. It's a very honest reaction you're having.
You know what?
Good.
It's Whitey's reaction. I'm the voice of Whitey.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I've been laughing at Anthony, but there's a lot of people that agree with him. Because they call every day when we hit this subject. So
look, when you're white. And a black guy is like waiting on you or something and he's being really nice.
Yeah.
The party's like, the day the tables turn, you're going to cut my head off.
Yeah. It's just going to be.
My politics are really simple. I want to see a black president because I want to be alive to see what happens. That's all.
Right. Oh, you just want to see
I just want to see.
You're just bored.
Yeah, I just wanted all right, we got a black president.
Totally.
Now I'm going to take a look and see what that really means.
That's what I'm like.
Why not? Instead of another white guy.
No,
another old white guy. I want something different in there.
I'm totally a spectator.
I want to just check it out.
Every time there's special report on the news, and it hasn't happened in a while, but every time TV is special report, I'm like, they shot somebody. 9/11 again. You gotta get some popcorn.
You like tragedies too, right?
I love watching crazy stuff go down, yeah.
And don't you
so
wish
exciting.
I brought this up a couple weeks ago. Like when you see the wildfires out west, you want to see that just keep spreading and spreading. When they say 100 homes been destroyed, you're kind of disappointed that it's not 200 yet.
Totally.
But this is
and you want to see like Ally McBeal or somebody or whatever her name is, Callisto Flockhart, coming out of her house on fire,
crying.
like man on fire, Fire.
The worse the better,
like, running on fire and screaming.
The worse or better, and we're not saying
totally
anything too crazy here. But here's the question I got for you: when do you really want it to stop? Like in my head, I like seeing wildfires, whatever, just keep expanding. When does it get to the point where you're like, okay, all right, no, stop. We gotta put this fire out. When it gets too close to your house.
That's easy. My house is exactly the line.
When you
my
see those
neighbors,
screw them.
You know what?
My yard, even.
Hurricane Katrina was a tragedy, but when that thing starts spinning toward New Orleans, you were kind of going, this is going to get interesting if it hits New Orleans, and I kind of want to see what that means.
People like action movies, right?
Right.
And as long as it doesn't involve you, if you're watching it on the news, it's just an action movie.
Well, that's what it is.
You don't know the people.
Well, like the day before Katrina, when they were saying, it was so clear. I've never heard such an accurate weather report in my life.
Right on.
They said this is going to happen, and I remember they said everyone's just going to go to the Superdome or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I thought that's crazy. Those people are all going to die. I'm not doing nothing tomorrow but watching TV. It was like an ad for here. Good, that's on tomorrow.
Speaking of tragedies.